With the Olympics almost done and dusted, the attention will now turn to the Paralympics, also in France later this month and early next month. And Puseletso Mabote, who is the 100-meter and long jump T63 athlete, will be part of Team South Africa at this global showpiece and is joining us in studio tonight to look ahead to the Paralympics. Good evening, Puseletso, and thank you for being here on SABC.
Thank you for having me.
The African record holder in the 100 meters. How does that title feel?
For world record will feel a little bit better, but yeah, I'm very excited about it. I love it very much. It's a very surreal experience, and I would love for everybody or any other athlete to feel what I'm feeling, and yeah, I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah, you take part in the 100, you take part in the long jump. Are you going for both in Paris later this month?
Oh yes, 100%. I'm going for the T63 100 meter and the T63 long jump, and I'll be competing in both of those events at the Paralympic Games in Paris in a couple of weeks. I'm leaving in 2 weeks' time.
And how do you feel about your chances in both events?
Both events, I'll say this right now. My long jump is by far my weakest event, but I've been working really hard on it. But my chances on the 100, I feel very confident about the 100. The 100 is by far the best event for me, and I feel confident going in. It's an amazing event for me, and I'm going in as one of the favorites, as I got a silver medal at Kobe, Japan earlier this year for the World Championships, and I'm feeling very good heading into the Paralympic Games.
Would you say that was ideal preparation for you, being at the World Champs and getting a silver? Just how was the standard of the event also? Yeah,
the standard of the event really showed me the level that I'm going to have to be at for the Paralympic Games. Was I lost by a very narrow margin to get that silver medal at the World Championships, and it was an amazing race. Kudos to Leon Schaefer
from Germany.
The guy that outdid me.
He came behind you and he powered through there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he just outdid me at the end. I was very bittersweet about it, but I'd rather actually have the experience at the World Championships than at the Paralympics. And yeah, I feel like I'm ready.
Is that the guy you feel will be your biggest competition?
He's not the only guy. I feel like he is gonna be my biggest competition. Also alongside with Joel de Jong, the guy from the Netherlands, yes. And they're both gonna be showing up and going for gold, both in the long jump and the 100 meter. So I'm gonna be competing with some tough competition.
It's your second Paralympics. You were in Tokyo, and I remember when you were in Tokyo, you were still in school. Are you still in school? Are you done? Because you were so young back in Tokyo. That was 3 years ago. Yeah,
that was 3 years ago. Yes, I'm still in school. I'm in matric right now. I'm gonna be leaving in the middle of my prelims, and yeah, that's gonna be a challenge and a half. But at least I've coordinated with my school, with my teachers. My school knows what's going on. They're on board, and yeah, it's just a matter of me going there and executing, and when I have the time, I will study. And
does it mean you're taking your books to Paris?
I have to. I 100% have to. I can't just sit around and not study while I'm coming back and writing my prelims immediately when I come back. So yeah, my school is prepared. They're on board and they know exactly what's happening.
Did the same happen when you went to Japan? Did you have to take your books also there?
Yeah, I mean, I was in grade 9 then, so I didn't even take the books.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now it's more serious. Now I have to take books.
Yeah.
But back then, no, I didn't even take a book. I didn't touch a book while I was there. I was there for like almost a month, and I didn't touch a book. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my marks that term really show that
another Bayanda Walaz. I'm sure you're watching the 4x100 meter.
Yeah, I saw
he said he's got Mets next week.
I mean, kudos to him. He got his silver medal, and he's younger than me. I'm 19. He's 18. And kudos to him, man. He's a fantastic athlete. I've had the chance to actually. I've spoken to him many times, and he's a great guy. He's an amazing guy. I've competed alongside Bayanda at Kuro, Tux, and all those stuff. And yeah, it's a fantastic result for him. I'm planning to go for 2 events.
Jeez, so that's a lot. He's just there for the relays.
I mean, I would have loved to see him in the 100, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. But I'm trying to yeah, go there and represent SA at the best of my ability.
So which school do you go to? And for those who are not familiar, what's your background like? Where is Puseletso from?
Originally, I'm from Heidelberg, Jameson Park. That's where I live. That's where I came from right now. And my school is King Henry VII School. I go to K's, like it's right down the road. And yeah, that's basically my background. Well, now
Even when you were in Tokyo, you were at the same school?
Yes.
I see. So do they support you also? Are you there on a scholarship? How does it work?
Yes, I'm at King Henry VII School on a bursary, and that bursary is there for me for athletics and mainly academics.
Okay.
I go there, and my coach is also from there, and basically my whole education is from there, obviously.
Yeah. And you compete, you've mentioned in the T63 class there. For those who are not familiar with Paralympics, what is the T63 category?
T63, interestingly, is single leg above knee. So if you amputated on one leg above the knee, then you're a T63. And then the difference would be if you are a double leg above knee, then you're a T61. So there's different categories for different disabilities. So if you want to learn more about those, then you can watch the Paralympics. And yeah, it's a whole educational section of para sport as a whole.
And then how did you injure your leg then? Is it something that came early on in your life?
Yes. So I was involved in a car accident, 2010, 17th of April, and that basically forced an emergency amputation. And then from there, I got an amputation. A couple of years later, I met up with Jumping Kids. Oh, yes. I was introduced to Jumping Kids by my doctor, Dr. Brooke. Shout out to her. I was introduced to Jumping Kids through her, and then they introduced me into para-athletics. And then that's where my love for the sport started growing, and I started getting better and seeing myself as an athlete. And just beside athletics, just with life in general, how has it been then, obviously with your leg being amputated? Yeah, it's been very challenging, as you could imagine. Relearning how to operate without a limb is a different kind of mechanism, trying to figure out how to walk, how to maneuver your day-to-day lives. But with a prosthetic, it's so much easier. It's a mobility enabling thing. So that's one of the mottos of Jumping Kids. So they provide legs and prosthetics to children for mobility.
Yeah, that's when Dando Mahlangu was also. Hey, you would know him very well. And just finally, as we wrap up, do you get any support? What kind of support do you get for participating or preparing to participate at the Paralympics? I
get support from Jumping Kids. They provide my prosthetics, my running legs, and I get support from, I'm a Toyota ambassador, and those are my major backings, basically, alongside my school as well. But my major backgrounds are Toyota and Jumping Kids.
Okay, and we just touched on Dando now. How well do you guys know each other? And with the 200 now not being part of the Paralympics, does it mean he's not there?
Yes, unfortunately, Dando Mahlangu will not be competing at the Paralympic Games. Yes, I know Dando. Personally, we're good friends. He's actually my role model as well. Not a lot of people can say their role model is also their friend. But yeah, I know him at a very personal level, and I've competed against him many times, and this year was the very first time I ever beat him in a 200-meter race. So I'm very proud of that. And then yeah, I hope to see him again on the scene. I want to compete against him at his very best.
Okay, wonderful. We hope to see you. We're looking forward to seeing you actually at the Paralympics later this month. What are your dates quickly? I'll be competing in the long jump on the 31st of August. My heat is on the 1st, and then my final is going to be on the 2nd. Okay, wonderful. He's already in the final there, Puseletso Mabote. Very confident. I'm looking forward to the Paralympic Games. Thanks for joining us here on Sports Live.
No problem.
Okay, we're building up to the Paralympics, 2 more days of the Olympics, but there's a lot happening tonight, and we'll keep you updated with how Team South Africa is doing. We're building up to the men's 4x400 meter relay final, which will start at 9 p.m. Stay with us here on Sports Live.